Well, from Universal's brand new Epic Universe in Florida to LA traffic and finally to Universal Studios Hollywood. It's been a long week, but we're back at Universal Studios Hollywood where they've rolled out the purple carpet for something a little bit different. They've billed it as the ultimate fan experience. It's the first night of Universal Studios' brand new FanFest nights. This is a special late night event from 7 p.m. till 1 or 2 in the morning, featuring some very special exhibits, special features based on Star Trek, Back to the Future, Dungeons and Dragons, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Wicked, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and special stuff in Super Nintendo World. It's going to be a very special night indeed. And look at this, I can already see some special features. Look at this Quark's Cafe. Look at this featuring special Star Trek foods, Klingon targ legs. Back here towards this dead end, towards Waterworld, look at this. There's a Star Trek bar set up. It's 10 Forward, the 10 Forward bar, featuring premium cocktails and holy nutcrackers. Look at this sick pick opportunity right here. That is Captain Picard's freaking chair. That is a sick pick opportunity. Oh, I'm gonna sit down right here. I don't know what these photos cost. We're gonna take a sick pic right now. Ready? Engage. I think you do have to pay for those photos separately. There wasn't an extra team member to take a picture with my phone, but look at that, there's barely any line for that. I'm already having fun. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I woke up this morning, having been sick for 2 days after Florida, I was like, do I really wanna go? Spoiler alert, I do have tickets to a couple of these FanFest nights, but then I thought, what are you, crazy? Back to the Future? Star Trek The Next Generation? Dungeons and Dragons, One Piece, all those other things I know a lot less about. Just for Star Trek alone, I'd be crazy not to come out tonight. Plus, I think plenty of my friends are hiding out here somewhere. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. No matter how tired or sore or leftover heat exhaustion I've got to see this Back to the Future Destination Hill Valley. And look at that, Star Trek Red Alert. Dude, I already see tons of people dressed up, ready for Hill Valley. People are starting to gather. People are starting to murmur. And I think that's where it is, right back there, Star Trek Red Alert. I gotta check this out, Doc. Wait, wrong franchise. I love that Star Trek is here. Obviously, Star Trek is not a Universal thing. It's a Paramount thing. So this was specially licensed just for this event. I have no idea what's inside of here, but it's rumored you get to walk onto the Enterprise D set from Picard. And for just the rumor alone, it's worth it for me to get in line all by my lonesome. I just got to see what's in there before I end up in Hill Valley the entire rest of the night, because I know that's where my friends are gonna be. I have no idea what we're gonna find in there, but I believe the conceit is that we're headed into the Starfleet Museum, and I'm ready. It's weird that they put this into the Walking Dead maze area and the former like Universal Monsters Haunt thing. I hope this isn't the Star Trek Haunt. Please don't scare me, Mr. Data. Well, I hear cheering and I see no touching live performers. Live performers? Here we go. Those don't look like Klingons to me. All right, we're boldly going where no Justin has gone before. Dude, I never got to experience the Star Trek experience in Las Vegas. I've never walked into any physical manifestation.
I'm Commander Barrick of the Federation Fleet Museum.
I'm stoked.
I would like to invite all of you to tour our facility orbiting 8th and Prime here at the Fleet Museum. We offer daily tours of some of the most celebrated Starfleet vessels to have ever ventured among the stars. And today, you will have a chance to step aboard the USS Enterprise NCC 1701.
Yes.
Originally under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
All right, this is it. We are heading inside of a shuttlecraft. We're going up to the Fleet Museum. Dude, look how sick this is. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Oh, that was a quick shuttlecraft ride. Look at the cargo bay.
Welcome. You can fill in all that available space.
We'll do our best.
Stay within those yellow lines. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise D. I know what you may be thinking, but don't worry. The atmospheric containment field will make sure that none of you go flying out into space. We take your safety very seriously here at the Starfleet Museum. But look at the view. Space. The final frontier. Am I right? Oh, does anybody recognize the ship dock just over there? That is Kirk's Enterprise. Nice. The Enterprise A. As we learned in Starfleet proximity alert. Unknown entity. Unknown entity. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Everybody remain calm. Like I said, we do have a force field here.
An unknown entity is coming.
That is, stays out there. As long as we're within the confines of the ship, we'll be perfectly safe. Oh, okay.
Anomaly detected in Shuttle Bay 3.
Well, it appears that we may be under attack. Everyone remain calm. Shuttlecraft, sick bay. Operating sick bay.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that earlier. Okay, we're going in. She said follow us into sick bay. Sick bay. I'm nervous and I don't know why. Oh, there it is. There's Kirk's Enterprise. And now we're headed on to the Enterprise D. Oh, that is so cool.
Right? Give me just a moment, everybody. I'm just gonna do some scans, see if we can. It doesn't make any sense. We have all this old tech, none of it works right. Computer, analyze the energy signature of the anomaly. Is it isolated to this area? Computer?
Negative. Anomaly present on decks 12 through 15, 16, 17.
That's not possible. Just a moment, everyone.
Attention all decks. Yellow alert.
Yellow alert. That's not great. Whatever this thing is, it's on the move. Sick bay
Unable
engineer.
to complete transmission.
Great. Now it's messing with my comms. I'm a doctor, not an engineer. Everyone, I'm very sorry about the tour, but it seems like we are dealing with something else right now. I'm gonna send you straight to engineering. They'll be able to figure out what's going on. Plus, if we have to evacuate, you'll be close to the turbo lifts. But we probably won't have to do that. It's just right through those corridors, right there. Stay with your groups for safety, and please be careful.
Dude, this is so freaking cool. Look at this. I cannot believe we are on board the freaking Enterprise.
Sick bay to anyone?
Holy Picard, dude. By the beard of Worf, this is so freaking epic.
Stand by.
Look at this, we're in engineering.
Doesn't matter, they're here now.
What is this thing?
Whatever it is, it's spreading to nearly every system on the ship.
Oh, can you find a way to slow it down?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Access denied.
This thing keeps locking me out of systems override. The warp core!
It's destabilizing.
We're losing magnetic containment!
Please, move away from the warp core. We need to get everyone off this ship.
Ship is turbulence!
Yeah,
Go!
please,
Move
take
as
your
quickly and as
turbo left.
safely as you
Do
can!
not leave anyone behind.
Oh no, red alert!
Moving right behind you.
Keep your
We've got to move forward to the turbo lift. Oh, that is so freaking awesome.
This entire room evacuated from the ship immediately!
Turbo lift, please take it.
Holy cow, look at the size of that turbo lift.
Transporter room!
Ooh. The floor is vibrating. We're moving.
Transporter room access denied.
Where are you taking us? Computer! Computer, transporter room, now! There must be a logical explanation for this. Bridge.
The computer just said bridge.
Safe moment.
Oh my gosh, we're going into the freaking bridge. This cannot be real. This cannot be happening. Oh my gosh.
Inside, please. Quickly. Move this way.
Okay. Dude, we are standing at Commander Worf's station. We're on the bridge. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, the entity!
Offline. Can we raise shield? Nothing is responding. We are completely locked out.
Holy Kirk.
Request confirmed. Establishing comms.
What? Who's doing that?
The entity is accessing the ship's universal translators.
Stand by for incoming transmission.
Greetings. We mean you no harm. We apologize for concern. We were curious, fascinated by your kind.
Computer, identify and scan the entity.
There is currently no entry for this life form in the Federation database.
Wait, what?
You too were born of the stars. You will be remembered until next we meet.
Dude, we encountered an unknown entity.
Did we just make first contact?
Yes, we did, Mr. Blue Guy.
Yes! First, all of you to the transporters. Reach the transport. We're sending a tour group your way, please.
Dude, how freaking sick is this? This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life, Universal or otherwise. Look at this Vulcan over here, giving us the Vulcan salute. I can only do it with that hand. I can only do it with that hand. All right, we're headed into the transporter room here. Oh, I love that sound. Beam me down, Scotty. Okay, that was awesome. I had no idea what to expect, but that was worth the wait. I was a little worried there would be things popping out at me, especially when it was like, there's an entity. Of course, as soon as I'm done with it, there's no line. I gotta go back in there tonight. I mean, I guess if you didn't grow up with Star Trek The Next Generation like I did, or didn't watch the show Picard, it'll probably be a little bit lost on you, but that was amazing. Or as you see here, this is the beginning of FanFest night, so there's some production crews, people are filming out here. Dude, I could not be more pumped up. I wonder if they have any good Star Trek merch. I really just want to lift that head, push a button to head to the Batcave. Wrong park though, wrong park. All right, this is sweet. I just walked in the park and I already accomplished the first of my 2 objectives. Number 1, figure out what's up with Star Trek, and number 2, head down to Hill Valley. Now, I know enough about One Piece to know that it's a very popular anime, and I know nothing else. There's a lot of people in sort of anime cosplay out here. This says One Piece Grand Pirate Gathering. I could see some photo ops out here, see people lined up for some kind of experience. Are these the characters from it? I really don't know. Something I guess I have to familiarize myself with at a later date. All I know is there's people everywhere and everybody looks stoked, except Pinocchio. Pinocchio can barely be bothered. The fans though, the fans are stoked. What I tell you about filming and production up here, this is a first for Universal as far as I know. I don't know that they've done any other late night ticketed event. Oh, this is the Jujutsu Kaisen entrance. I don't know what that's all about. Very interesting and very cool to give the anime fans something at FanFest though. Now obviously Harry Potter, I'm not the biggest or most familiar Harry Potter fan in the world. Seen the first couple of movies though. There's some stuff going on back here in the Wizarding World. Got the anime stuff going on. All of that is awesome, and I'm glad that I bought tickets to future FanFest night so I could check that out. For the moment though, I'm not interested in Hogwarts. I am interested in Hill Valley. The number 2 thing on that list is the number 2 thing on my agenda. Let's go. Oh, I take it back. There's one other thing happening tonight that I do know about. Yoshi is making his debut as a meet and greet character down in Super Nintendo World. And apparently there's a whole bunch of Yoshi themed stuff going on down there. Hopefully I'll get a chance to at least run down there and check it out. That'll be going down on the lower lot proper. Maybe I'll get a chance. But first things first, I'm headed the other direction to get my Back to the Future on. And to do that, we have to head down to the studio tour loading area. Now, it's a long story and too long to relate in full here, but Back to the Future is the only reason I'm doing this. I don't mean tonight, I mean ever. That's part of how the story came together, the story of Randomland, because it was through having the #1 Back to the Future filming locations website years and years ago that I met a certain friend of mine who convinced me to go from a behind the camera person to an in front of the camera person years ago. And this is it, dude. We're heading down to Hill Valley. And unlike the normal studio tour, this time we are getting off the tram down there. Ooh, we just made it. We just made it. Luckily, I'm by myself. Oh, they're playing Huey Lewis and the News. Sick. All right, here we go.
Everybody who's ready for some time traveling?
Yes.
Time travelers!
If you've been to the 50s before, please don't try to interact with your younger self. We don't want another incident like, well, never mind that now. Not now. Everything will be fine. Interact with the locals. And most importantly, let's synchronize our watches. And off you go.
Thanks, Doc. We are well on our way now.
All right. I have observations to finalize. Enjoy 1955, time travelers.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is it. Hill Valley 1955. This is not my first time back here on foot in the back lot. Otherwise, I'd probably be getting all choked up. But this is my first time coming down to the back lot with anything other than just the DeLorean parks down here. Look at the Hill Valley 2 miles sign. The Lion Estates 1955 billboard. I'm just thinking of all the times I've been out in Chino looking at the real filming location where that sign was located. And it wasn't just that billboard. Something else was located at the Lion Estates in 1955, even though the houses weren't built yet. And that was the Lion Estates signs. Dude, that is so freaking sick. Now, these are replicas. The original ones were trash. They were on the back lot for years and years and years and were kind of dry rotted and falling apart. But to Universal's credit, they were replaced by these replicas. And look at now they're located down here for a sick pic. There's the farmland in the background there. It's perfect. And look at this, I can already see set dressing everywhere. Okay, I waited here on the cusp at the edge of town square of downtown Hill Valley for a second, because I think our time travel vehicle dropped us off at slightly the wrong time. Right as I was walking in, I saw lights light up on the sides of the building. I saw lightning strike the clock tower. I thought, I can't absorb all this yet. Too soon, hold on. This is amazing, dude. This is incredible, seeing it all dressed as Hill Valley 1955. A little too many trees over there in Courthouse Square. And of course, Lou's Cafe, and later the Cafe 80s that used to be located right here. This part of the set burned down in that pretty recent fire and was replaced for later productions with this gas station. But look at this in front of that filling station, a beautiful 1950s Pontiac. And then across the street, look at this old Chevrolet covered with bunting, and look at the sign, re-elect Mayor Red Thomas, honesty, decency, integrity. Hill Valley's not gonna have Mayor Goldie Wilson for a long time. Oh my gosh, before we get to Courthouse Square proper over there, look at this. All of the buildings on the side over here are all set dress. Look at the prom dresses available right over here at Ruth's Frock Shop. All of the little stores have their window dressing and signage. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. We are standing in Courthouse Square with thousands of Back to the Future nerds, and look at that. It's Biff's freaking Ford. That is amazing. The manure. I remember that. I love that it's parked over here on the left side of the courthouse, right where Marty McFly would have to come back and spy on Biff hitting on Lorraine as she was getting her prom dress in Back to the Future Part 2, the 1955 portion. And look at the Welcome to Hill Valley sign. This is absolutely incredible. So far, I've seen so many people dressed up as Doc and Marty. I don't know where the real Doc and Marty are. Oh my gosh, there he is.
Way over here.
Dr. Emmett Brown.
How did you know?
What happened to your head?
Oh, this. I was hanging a clock. I fell, hit my head on the edge of this thing. And that's when I came up with the idea for the flux capacity. Did you know about that?
That's amazing, dude. Look at all those Martys. So cool. They've got a bunch of costume characters from Hill Valley running around on little missions. They're going to be interacting with guests. Oh my gosh, and look at that. There it is, the freaking courthouse. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's freaking George McFly.
Make you go crazy. Oh, she does have a beautiful smile. She has a smile that can light up Hill Valley. No. She has a smile that can light up the sky. No. Oh, she's got a smile that could light up the universe.
Oh, yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Oh, a smile that could light up the universe.
That's amazing. That is George McFly over here trying to get dating tips. We'll return to him momentarily. Because of course, the first thing I have to properly do is see the courthouse. Now, a lot of us Back to the Future fans were hoping they would remove this newer facade of the courthouse. Because if you've ever had the luxury to come here sort of on foot, like as a guest backstage at Universal, the columns of the original courthouse are indeed inside of this facade. But look at that, they put those, what are they, panther things back up there? Jaguar, that's the word I was looking for. The clock is back on top of the clock tower. I mean, this is incredible. And I love that they have all the 50s music, the saxophones are wailing. All right, let's go see what George McFly is up to.
Oh, punch him down.
Yeah, or you can push him down.
Oh, push him.
Yeah.
I feel like pushing I might be a little bit easier. Yeah. Punching again, I don't want to get expelled.
Dude, this is so incredible out here. I mean, look at this back here. They've got a little stage set up for live music for the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Courthouse Square is full of people milling around. There's a heck of a crowd over here on this side of Hill Valley. I wonder what's going on. Holy flux capacitor. Look at this photo op right here. That is Einstein inside the DeLorean, inside of Doc Brown's house from 1985. Look at all the clocks back there. That's when Doc was living in his own garage. His garage from 1955 became his home in 1985. Look at all these kids are stoked. Everyone's stoked. Look at the size of that line to meet Einstein. Yes! Dude, and I don't know who's playing Einstein tonight, but a very friendly dog. Everyone's been petting Einie. That is so cool. Oh, looks like they also have some carnival games out here. People are sledgehammering the bell. I never know what these things are called. Like whack-a-hammered things. Look at this, there's a ring toss, some very appropriate carnival prizes. Ooh, and I'm glad to know that there are some beverages down here and some treats. Dude, this is awesome. Okay, so what it looks like to me is Hill Valley is having some sort of fall festival out here. Must be fall because we're back in November of 1955. November 5th, 1955. At least according to Doc Brown on the tram, because he said this was the day he invented time travel. Dude, that is so freaking sick right there. Unbelievable. Wait a minute, what's all this commotion over here? Oh no, it's Biff.
Looking at?
I don't know. What am I looking at?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you all the way down there. What was that, buddy?
It's the big appearance.
Sorry, still can't hear you, Shorty.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're not over 5'5".
Yeah, that's right.
Good one, Biff.
Yeah.
Well, you always hear people saying we need more bullies around these days. I guess Biff Tannen has got it handled. Dude, that's going to be a sick pick right there. A sick pick to share with the fam and the local animal shelter. Dude, I love that Biff is walking around with a period-appropriate lackey. Amazing. Uh-oh, something's happening. I can see Doc Brown approaching the courthouse. Oh, he's photobombing somebody with Marty. Is that the real Marty? That might be Marty McFly. Saying, come closer, my friends.
I'm a spaceman from Pluto, and you need my help because I invented a time machine. That's what we call a recap.
Dude, it's hard to see what they're saying, but Marty's trying to convince Doc he's got to help him go back to the future over there. I can hear Marty a little bit from all the way back here, telling Doc, look, you slipped, you hit your head. That's when you invented the flux capacitor, which is what makes time travel possible. Oh, this is awesome. Mayor Red Thomas just handed me a button. You handed these to 7 people?
Progress is my middle name.
What's that?
Progress is my middle name.
Progress is your middle name. And you said 7 people have got these. Yep. I think you're on your way. I think you're on your way. This is so cool. I see so many familiar faces. I see celebrities mingling in the crowd down here. Wait a minute. What is that noise? It's Marvin Berry and the Starlighters on stage, live and in person.
But there's one for the money, 2 for the show. Get ready now, don't let go. Don't let go. Step on the train.
Freaking incredible. I mean, I cannot believe this is happening. Look at this. Speaking of celebrities sneaking around. Wait a minute, Song for the Lovers out there.
I know a band that covered Earth Angel.
What's going on? It's Marty McFly. Yes!
Are you happy?
I'm very happy. I'm not wearing an appropriate hat, though. I should have got one of those hats. Where'd you get that hat? Sick. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Something's wrong with Marty. What's wrong with Marty?
So good.
What's wrong with him? He can't play. He can't play. There's George.
Someday,
it's getting
I'll be the vision of your happy man.
good.
Thank you, Hill Valley.
We're in Hill Valley.
Who's ripping B? Watch him for the changes and try to keep up.
Dude, so much is happening. I heard it's on a 45-minute sort of cycle, so it'll repeat throughout the night. Basically, the events of Back to the Future. That's why we're moving around right now, trying to anticipate the next event. I guess I wasn't ready for that music yet, but my kids are gonna love it. Adam and all of his buddies seem to have figured out the schedule. They've been down here in Hill Valley longer than me. Wait a minute, something's happening. Oh no, there goes Doc Brown. The storm. Oh my gosh. It's about to happen. Lightning is about to strike the clock tower, and Marty is about to go back to the future. Oh, Peter, the storm. Don't worry, Adam. The instant the lightning strikes the clock tower, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. Holy flux capacitor. We're back. Wait a second. What is this?
It's a pellet of plutonium.
Plutonium?
You can save them this.
Wait a minute. I thought the DeLorean was electrical.
Oh, the sucker's nuclear.
In this day and age,
Nuclear? Yeah, no kidding. Oh my God. Don't drop it, Adam. Don't drop it. Adam, don't drop it, for God's sakes. Yeah, did you rip that off?
Of course. From a group of Libyan nationalists.
Dude, this is incredible. The cosplay is amazing. Just a second ago, there was a gathering of the Martys for a fun pic right there that we sort of crashed. We got into the background of. I felt bad that we weren't Martys. I mean, at least you got the hat. I got nothing.
I got the hat. I'm kind of cheating. It's the part 2.
I should have brought my poncho. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at these filling station singers over here going full service while they were singing Mr. Sandman just a second ago. Look who came wandering into Hill Valley. It's Marty McFly, the real Marty McFly, fresh out of 1985. I love that they have these old cars out here. For a split second, just because of the lighting out of the corner of my eye, I thought that might be the car that Marty and Lorraine park in, or excuse me, Calvin and Lorraine. This is so awesome, dude. This is so mind-blowing. I love that they have Biff's Ford convertible parked out here, and look at that. They manure-proofed it. This is the one that used to be on the Universal Tram Tour. Was the screen used? Theoretically. I'm not sure about that. I touched it anyway, just in case. Hey, there was no sign saying don't touch it a little bit. Plus, Biff was nowhere to be seen. Oh, there's a familiar face. There's who you don't want to run into in the hallway. Hello, Principal Strickland.
Well, hello. I'm not quite principal yet, but I feel a promotion's in my future.
Oh, I see. You're still a teacher.
Well, an administrator.
Administrator. Oh, okay, good, because I cut class earlier and I was worried about getting in trouble.
Well, you are in trouble, I can tell you that much.
Oh, no. What is this?
I'll see you in my office. I can get this off here. On Monday.
Oh, detention. Sorry, Mr. Strickland.
Again, all right?
Okay, I won't. I'll try not to.
Future ahead of you, son.
I'll try not to be a slacker.
I should hope so. We don't try. We either are or not.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Strickland. I appreciate this discipline here. Believe it or not, this is not the first detention I've had in my life. Or the second 100. Like, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? Lorraine right there?
Stop it, I'm blushing.
Oh.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
I see this really cute boy over there.
Whoa, where?
He's new here in Hill Valley.
Oh, it might be Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein, is he a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Do I look okay? Should I
You look great. I think you'd really like Calvin Klein.
He's wearing a red vest.
Yeah.
Life preserver.
He might be a sailor.
Oh, he's dressed for theme tonight. Enchantment Under the Sea.
Oh, that's right. Enchantment Under the Sea. Check this out. I just got detention from Mr. Strickland. Can you believe that?
Oh, no. He gives detentions out like candy.
Can you believe it? All right. See you later.
Try to sneak out.
Okay. Wow, I hope that was Lorraine and not an ancestor of mine. Doc, what are you working on over there? Hello.
A few experiments, you know. I've never seen anything like this before. Seems like a bit of a weather phenomenon.
This weather right here? Oh, yeah. That is very... Well, you're the Doc. What is that?
I'm not sure. I'm not much of a weatherman. It seems as though the clouds is some kind of a strange wind, yet here on the street level, the trees are completely still, so it seems like a bit of a phenomenon. I'd very much like to investigate. Do you have any ideas?
Well, we might have a storm later.
Storm? You know, that would explain the feeling that I was getting in my knees. I do think that a storm is...
We might have wind, thunder, lightning.
What a night for it. And just on the night of the dance. It's a shame. I was hoping to attend the dance.
Yeah, I was hoping. You got a little blood right there. You okay? What's wrong with your head?
I nearly forgot. That's right. Under the Sea dance.
Oh, it's happening right now. It's a rhythmic ceremonial ritual.
Yes, I don't have much time for it myself, but you noticed that I did have a bit of a boo-boo, you might say.
Yeah.
Slipped and fell.
You might need a cotton ball there.
You know, it gave me such a strange vision. I had the idea for a very interesting design. I'm not quite sure what it means.
Oh.
Starting to work on it. Have you ever seen anything like that
No,
before?
but you better be careful who you share that with.
I suppose you're right.
You don't want your designs falling into the wrong hands.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem, Doc.
What's your name, my friend?
Justin.
Justin. Thank you for your...
Oh, he's making a note.
Yes.
Ah.
Keeping it away from...
I'm going to try to make it to the dance. Strickland gave me detention.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Enjoy. Stay safe out there.
Bye, Doc.
Watch out for the storm.
Okay, I'll try and stay safe. I didn't want to interfere with the timeline, but I should have told him he's the one that needs to watch out for the storm. Uh-oh.
Has anyone seen this young man before?
I'm Marty McFly.
I'm sorry, young man. I'm very busy. I'm working on some experiments. I've never seen...
Oh, no.
Yes, of course you have.
This is Marty. First meeting Doc Brown. It's all happening again. The cycle.
A time machine. That's right. I'm sorry, young man. That's a very interesting story, but unfortunately, I have not built any time machine.
Always showing him the license right there. Wish the music wasn't so loud right here. Showing him the picture of his brother and sister. Oh, no. This is the mere photographic fakery right here. He's showing him the picture from 1985 of him and his siblings. I was asking the crowd, how can he convince Doc Brown that he's from the future?
That's how the time machine works, right?
Scott! That happened this morning! That's right! You're telling me that the flux capacitor worked?
Yes, it does, but right now I'm stuck here in 1955.
All right, so just because of a weirdly placed speaker, it was very difficult to hear them in real life, much less on camera with a very copyrighted Elvis music playing. But basically, they're running through the whole story of how Doc met. The audience is chiming in, reminding Marty how he can remind the Doc about the flux capacitor. Then he's realizing he interacted with his parents. He's showing him all the props. It's kind of amazing. You're reliving Back to the Future here. And now Marty has taken off to go to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and Doc has wrangled up some townsfolk out here to help him figure out how best to conduct electricity from the clock tower down in to the flux capacitor.
No, very interesting. You started to be dressed a bit like that young Marty just was.
It's quite the trendsetter. And I have been doing a bit of studying.
Goodness.
Yeah. It's been an image almost, wouldn't you say?
What the heck? Look at that. I told you, you got to be careful who you share those plans with.
No, don't worry.
Right about that.
I got head of development all access, so...
Oh, you're safe.
And yet it seems you've been very helpful in figuring out the plans. I'm not sure that I would be able to do it without you, so thank you for your assistance.
At least there is a plan.
There is always a
How
plan.
much time we have left? Now, don't let me interrupt you, because I'm sure that you're here for the dance as well, right?
I mean, it's quite fun and all, but this seems rather imperative, if you ask
You're
me.
right about that. It is quite important.
This is amazing. Like, I'm not one for LARPing much, but the way that Doc Brown, Marty McFly, Biff, everybody is interacting with all the citizens of Hill Valley as played by us, all the guests. Freaking awesome. Oh, Marty's not at the dance yet. He's also over here getting advice, I guess, from the citizenry.
I'll think about that.
You think he would have learned his lesson by now, interacting with people in 1955? Hasn't he learned anything about changing timelines? I mean, they had reruns of Star Trek going on in the 80s, right?
Get rid of the light preserver. You kind of stand out. It's
You don't like it?
No, I like it.
You guys think I should get rid of the life preserver? No. I like it.
Nah, keep the life preserver.
I feel like I should keep it at that point.
What if you fall into the water?
It's you know, it helps keep me warm for the cold night. You seem like you know your stuff. Have you seen George recently? I haven't.
Oh, I see what's going on. Marty's trying to make sure George shows up to the dance.
Sure.
Oh, here he goes. He's grabbing George right now.
Wow, look great.
Greeks. Come on, come on. Let's go to the dance. Okay. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna ask Lorraine. Come on. Let's go ask
They're off to the dance. Oh, you're gonna ask Lorraine? I guess we gotta follow him. Look at George McFly is practicing his dance moves over here.
I'm walking. You're walking. You got a little have my chest out. And you look great. Keep doing that. I'm sure she'll love it.
So it's all going down now. Oh my gosh, there's Lorraine right there. She looks fresh. She looks good. She's making her way over there. This is it. Hopefully, George has the guts to ask her out over here. The dance is underway over yonder. It's hard to hear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's Biff.
What are you doing with this loser? You're supposed to go dance with me. Right? Yes, you do, baby. With Cal, that loser.
Tell George to do something. George!
You're going to be a loser too. You're supposed to go dance with him.
George! Oh my gosh, he did it! He knocked him out with one shove.
You go to the dance with me.
And he did it. He asked Lorraine to the dance. This is awesome.
That was so great.
George, you laid out Biff. You did it.
He did lay him out. Biff didn't see it coming.
No way. I have fun at the Fish Under the Sea dance.
I'll see you there.
Uh-oh. Something very familiar about all this. There they go. Off into the dance. And the cycle repeats itself. All that's left to do is for Marty to get on stage to help out on guitar. For George to plant one on her. But pro tip is during that very moment that you got to make your way back over to the clock tower for the money shot. Uh-oh, Doc, the dance is almost over. The weather's starting to change.
Sorry, but I think this might just work. What do you think, my friend?
Well, how much power is in a lightning bolt?
Well, we're hoping to generate precisely 1.21 gigawatts.
Great. So what does Marty have to do in the meantime?
He's getting the time machine. You're right.
Uh-oh.
I better hurry.
You better hurry, Doc. Hurry! Hurry! There he goes, off into the courthouse. Here come the projections. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Damn. We laid out Biff in one punch. I didn't know he had an enemy. He's never saw such a Biff in his life.
Dude, it is so surreal and trippy to be standing where we are standing for this. This is amazing. Look at the crowd. They are stoked.
The instant the lightning strikes the town, everything will be fine.
Here he goes. Oh my gosh, that was amazing! Yes! That was amazing. Doc, it worked!
It works! Incredible! You can't believe it! Never would have happened without all of you here. Thank you so much for the help.
You're welcome, Doc! That was awesome. Okay. That might win the cosplay right there. That is so cool. It's gonna sound weird, but I've always wanted one of those suits. Dude, this is so cool. It is so awesome seeing this sort of reenactment, all this stuff set up exactly where they filmed the freaking movie, the burning tire track, the spinning out of time license plate. They even have that sort of facsimile version of the theater back there. Of course, there's a brand new building built in its place since then. All right, so it is now 10:02. I've been at this event for 3 hours, but here's the thing. 10:04 is the precise moment moment that lightning struck the clock tower in the film. So everyone's kind of hanging around down here still, hoping for, well, I don't know about hoping for, but just wondering if anything's gonna happen at precisely 10:04 p.m. Well, there's about 10 seconds to go. Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10:04 p.m. Nothing official happened, but there was a group of chanting fans. That was about it. But hey, the fans know. Dude, it is just so amazing. So the website I used to have back in the day was called bttftour.com. It posted a number of places before that, but that's where it eventually ended up. I was one of the first ones, if not the first one, to find all the spots from part 2 and a lot of the spots from part 3 and publish them on the internet, except for a couple that we kept secret for a few years because as soon as I started finding these places, it took a lot of legwork and publishing the locations, the addresses on the internet. Remember, this is back in the days before you immediately knew everything would be plagiarized. As soon as it hit the internet, all these other websites started stealing the location, Seeing Stars, all these different filming locations websites started just taking them and republishing them. So we kept one back just for Back to the Future fans. We would only tell them if they emailed us where it was, and that was Biff's Casino Staircase from part 2, which I originally took Adam the Woo to, and then because he filmed that a few times, somebody caught on and the word kind of spread. It's out there now. But I was indeed the first one to find it, and the only one that had pictures of it in its modern form on the internet for at least a decade, something like that. So that's how I met Adam the Woo, because he was a huge Back to the Future fan. He was always, crawling around on that website. Somehow he found the one link to my band. He was like, dude, I'm in a punk band too. That's how we ended up going on tour together, making friends right when he was starting his YouTube thing. Only took him a few years to be like, dude, you've got to be out from behind the camera and out in front of it. And with enough convincing, Randomland was born. That is how I got here. Nowadays, only the oldest of old school fans remembers that website. But BTTF fans from back in the day, they remember. They remember. Goldie Wilson! Hello! Where's the diner? It's gone!
Oh, we're outside today.
Oh, you're outside.
Today,
okay.
Mr. Carruthers said I don't want nobody inside the shop. So they go outside and put everything outside with the games and the snacks and everything.
That's amazing. Keep working, Goldie.
Thank you.
One day you're gonna be somebody. One day you're gonna be mayor.
Mayor Goldie Wilson. I like the sound of that.
Dude, literally, if you're a Back to the Future fan, the FanFest night ticket is worth the price of admission just to be walking literally on this sacred Hill Valley ground. I've had the very good fortune to be able to walk around here, when nothing was going on. Usually if a friend is like working on a production back here or something like that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it is more surreal and honestly more fun standing out here on FanFest night, running around pretty free range with these Back to the Future characters and with all these fans. We're having great conversations out here. I've literally had more fun doing it this way than being around here on a golf cart with a friend of mine just wandering around. Very sad that fire happened in 2008 that burned down the old Cafe 80s and Lou's Cafe and his diner right here, but this was the spot. You stand right here in this parking lot. You are standing in the Cafe 80s. Incredible, dude, incredible.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. I want you all to give credit to Miss Barbara Hayes for all her efforts in putting together tonight's wonderful dance. As you can see, she has put together as much effort, and it's a great success. I want you all to remember that this is a school-sponsored event, which means there will be no slacking here tonight. I will be cracking down on all forms of slacking, lollygagging, and cockamamie antics. And now, your band.
Good evening, we're Marvin and the Starlighters.
And I will be doing perimeter checks. And I will be issuing detention.
Thank you, Mr. Strickland. Good evening, we're Marvin and the Starlighters. And we're gonna make this a night to remember. So let's get this party started right now.
It's the coolest thing ever. There he is. There's Marty McFly. making his way on stage.
This is for all you lovers out there.
This is awesome. Hopefully George plants one on her soon. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Who's this guy? Oh no! Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh no! Marty can't play. Something's wrong with his hand. Something's wrong. Come on, George! Come on, George! You laid out, Biff! You can get this guy! Oh no, Marty! Hurry, Marty's depending on you, George! Oh, oh. Yes! Wait, the kiss! Yes! Now just wait for this. All right, it's about to be the blues riff and B. Watch Marty for the changes and just try to keep up. Come on, dude. How sick is this?
Sundar Mountain. Due to inclement weather, tonight's dance portion has been canceled. You're all dismissed.
Uh-oh. Here it is. The storm. Oh my gosh, it's all happening again. It's like we're stuck in some kind of infinite time loop. Oh, all the citizens of Hill Valley are running for their lives, running to get away from the storm. Hey, Mr. Barry, you guys really cook.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I love it. All right, here we go. They are projecting scenes from the film here on the courthouse itself, the actual courthouse. That building has never burned down. Well, not since 1985 anyway. The original columns are still back there behind the modern facade. Look at the clock up there glowing. All right, any second, Marty is about to back his imaginary DeLorean way back up to the starting line. He will race here into Hill Valley, and lightning will strike the clock tower again. You can't see this enough times. Here we go. Here comes the DeLorean! Yes! Yes! Oh, and then peace is restored to the valley, to Hill Valley. It's crazy to think, what was it like in Town Square right after Marty went back to the future and Doc is just dancing around in the street, looking at that fire trail on the... Well, we know what happens. Then Marty comes back from the future in a time loop very similar to our own tonight. This has literally been amazing. I mean, I know they're having stuff going on up at Hogwarts. I know there's all the One Piece stuff, some other anime, probably some Dungeons and Dragons stuff happening. At this point, I don't even know if I'll go up and see it. I might just stay in this time loop forever. I mean, I've got to stay down here, right? Otherwise, I'll run out of time to see Hill Valley. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? I got all the time I want. We got a time machine. Well, actually, I got tickets to a couple more of these FanFest nights. Well, I guess the space-time continuum won't end if I leave Hill Valley. But oh my gosh, do I want to stay. All right, I'm coming back. We will see more Hill Valley together. It's just so freaking amazing being down here, seeing the very curb that Marty McFly skateboarded on in 1955, seeing where the little ponds were, where the hoverboard action took place in 2015, which is now a good deal in the past. Oh, it is messed up that 2015 was a decade ago. Anyway, not only am I coming back at least one more time solo, I'm also coming back with Allie for one of the FanFest nights, and that's probably when I'll join these lines to get some sick pics. Now that I sort of have the lay of the land, kind of know how the show operates. So as you saw, and I'm sorry if I mentioned this already, I can't tell what I've mentioned and what I haven't been. I've been living in a time loop, but it is all sort of on a 45-minute loop, which means if you spend an hour or two down here, believe me, that is easy to do. You got a very good chance of sort of seeing it all.
Good luck finding him.
Watch out, George. Biff is over there.
Oh no, where?
You can stand up, George.
Yeah, hide behind those guys.
Oh, no.
You'll be safe. Well, did you finish this homework?
Oh gosh, it's not due till Monday.
Oh, well, you still have time then.
Yeah.
He might be nice. He might be cool about it.
So, because I only have $1 left, and he always takes my lunch money.
Oh no.
Hey, George. If I hide over here, I don't think he can see me.
All right, well, good luck, George. Good luck. I love that Biff is over here promising Lorraine that he'll leave George McFly alone. She's trying. She's trying her best. Oh. Something about his car. That was a good ruse. Now they can make their getaway. Run for it, Lorraine. All right, if Biff is making his exit, I guess I can make mine too. I just want to stay. I want Hill Valley to be real. And I want to live in it. Actually, here's a question for you guys. You can answer in the comments down below. If Hill Valley was a real place and you could move there, would you rather live there in 1955, 1985, alternate 1985, or 2015? Oh, I knew Biff was going to ask him about the homework.
Anybody home? I need time to recopy it.
Oh, yeah, if you turn it in my handwriting, you'll get expelled.
I'd get expelled, right? You wouldn't want that, would you, McFly? Would you? You don't want me getting expelled, right?
I don't know. Getting expelled might not be the worst thing that ever happened to Biff. Might even help him. Maybe he should join the army or something.
Why don't you go ahead and give us all the money you got, huh? Yeah.
Oh no, George! Don't do it, George, run!
I don't have any money.
Look at T-Bone, look how hungry he is.
They can all vouch for me. I don't have any money. Nothing.
He has no money.
I took his last dollar, Biff!
You know what, McFly? Maybe I need to hold this for you. So you can empty your pockets, huh?
Oh no!
Go ahead, empty your pockets.
Oh.
Come on. Okay, assume the position. Come on. Arms up. Arms up.
Oh no!
All right, back pockets. Nothing.
Oh, he's getting the full TSA treatment. I didn't think that was invented yet.
Where are you hiding? Come on, I know you're all been watching.
You know what? Maybe Biff Tannen founded the TSA.
Nothing. Well, maybe there's a hint.
Dang, they are real. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no!
McFly's been holding out on us. What you say, McFly? Huh? Nothing. That's right. Nothing. Mr. Strickland.
Oh!
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, sir.
Not causing any problems, are we?
No. Of course not. Right?
No problem. Seen them slacking, have you? A little bit of slacking.
Just working on our studies, sir.
Studying.
All right. Well, I hope you're making something of yourselves. It's not alcohol I smell, is it?
I wouldn't know. I don't know what alcohol smells like. I'm too young to drink it.
Fair enough. All right. Make something of yourself, McFly.
Yes, Mr. Strickland.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Yes.
I started having flashbacks there to high school. I like the plastic that you got in your car over there to prevent any accidents.
Any accidents?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had one run-in that we're not really fond of, but I don't trust all.
What was it? Was it mud? Was it manure?
Don't you say that to me, you punk.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Biff.
Biff, I can help you.
You can help me?
Oh! It's hard to see. It's hard to get away. It's so awesome. All right, hopefully there's nothing I missed tonight. If there is, I'll be able to come back and see it next time. Look at this tram over here, just waiting to depart. Okay, I found out the photo op at the exit is at the exit, all the way back up at the top. Oh, listen to the music playing. Hop here on one of the studio tour trams. We're leaving 1955 and going back to the future. All right, making our way back up top. All right, we had to go uphill very quietly on an almost completely silent tram. In fact, it did get silent at one point. because they're filming The Burbs on Colonial Street, where they filmed the original movie, the new series, The Burbs.
You made it back! No catastrophic paradoxes, no disruption in the space-time continuum. Excellent work! I knew I could count on you. One thing remains true, is that your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one. So long, time travelers.
All right, we did it. We made it back to 2025. Dude, and here it is, that other sick photo op for Back to the Future for FanFest nights. Look at that. There they are. Those Jaguar thingies over there. Look, even the plug for Doc's wire right in front of the clock. That is one sick pic right there. I cannot wait to take that picture. I don't want to take it alone. Adam took off to get some food. He went up to Taco Bell or something like that. Allie's not here. I think I can wait to take that sick pic until I return. But dude, I have to admit, that's a fun one. Oh my gosh, I know there's so much more to do at FanFest. I feel like I've done it, I feel like I've done something amazing. Got the One Piece thing, that other anime thing. They've got some characters from Wicked up there. All of which I think I'll wait to explore until I return. But I do want to check out some of the sick FanFest merch. And there's something else up here, or actually down on the other side, I would like to see, if I can. Wait a minute, I didn't see this earlier.
Can I give you this flyer?
What the heck?
Today need to help spread the word, all right?
Spread the word about what?
About saving the clock tower, of
Saving
course.
the clock tower?
Yes, trying to get rid of it. Mayor Goldie Wilson is trying to make a new clock tower, make it work again.
Oh!
We want it to freeze in time.
Okay, so you want me to sign the thing that Justin... I'm sorry, I can't
It's
write.
all right.
Very good. I didn't learn to read or write very well. Okay, I did it.
The town can read it. It'll go along.
Yes, can I have one of those sick flyers?
It's not sick, it's very healthy.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the very healthy flyer. I hope you save that clock tower.
Save the clock tower.
What the flux capacitor? What in the 1.21 gigawatts even happened tonight? You guys, what in the world? I'm in like seventh heaven right now, not the TV show. I almost forgot what the heck I was doing. When somebody hands me a flyer and says to save the clock tower, I can't think of it. I just want to run back down to Hill Valley. Or maybe at least go to Stu's Disco. Speaking of disco, there's all kinds of music stuff going on out here tonight. Just tons of stuff. I mean, we already have Starfleet meeting Back to the Future, and now I gotta head down to the lower lot. Not only is the whole Dungeons and Dragons thing down there, but much more importantly, to me anyways, that's where we'll find the warp pipe that, if we're lucky, will lead us to Yoshi. All right, well, as you can see, it's a different kind of party down here on the lower lot. Got a little DJ action going on back there. But I am on a mission. I'm on a super mission, a Super Nintendo mission. Oh, check it out. I see a D&D photo op over there. From what I understand, all the Dungeons and Dragons stuff down here is not related to the recent film. It's supposed to be just generic D&D, but I gotta be honest with you, I know absolutely nothing about Dungeons and Dragons other than what I've seen on Stranger Things and other than what London has told me. Because my son is in a full-on D&D group every Friday night. They get together, they have some pizza, they roll some dice, they do whatever it is they do, paladin, wizard stuff, or whatever. I've always been jealous of people who are super into D&D. I can't wrap my brain around numbers. Even on those little dice, numbers, huh? I can, however, operate well on instinct, which is why I was good at Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Super Mario World. Was never any good at Super Mario 2, or was it just Mario 2, or was it Doki Doki Panic? One of my favorite things of all time was Super Mario World, dude. When Super Mario World came out, and you could ride on freaking Yoshi, like I said at Epic Universe, when we were riding the Yoshi ride, it blew my freaking mind. Oh, we're back in Super Nintendo Town, and look at the size of this line right here. I'm guessing that line is for who I came down here to get a peek at. That is almost certainly the crowd for Yoshi. And the way I can tell that's not the crowd for Princess Peach is because Mario and Luigi are over here with almost no crowd at all. And normally, when they're standing around outside, they are mobbed. Mario and Luigi are taking off. Bye, Luigi. See you later. Oh, there we go. I almost missed that one, dude. I almost left Luigi hanging. Oh, snap. No offense to my paisanos over here, to these plumbers. But forget Mario and Luigi. It's freaking Yoshi. I can see Yoshi back there. Dude, that is so freaking sick. I did not see Yoshi at Epic Universe. Come to that, I didn't even see Donkey Kong at Epic Universe. I wanted to wait around for him. Thought I had time, but I didn't. However, just like FanFest nights, I will be going back to Epic Universe, so hopefully I'll see him eventually. Dude, that is unbelievable. That is freaking Yoshi right there. I cannot believe that. When I was 10, 12 years old, whenever Yoshi came out, and I had seen that, I would have lost my freaking mind. I remember one time, my grandma took me to the Hostess store because the Ninja Turtles were supposed to be appearing, but she either read the newspaper wrong or something happened because we got there and there were no turtles to be had. I know that really has nothing to do with Yoshi, but that's what popped in my head. Look at that little green dinosaur, or whatever Yoshi is. I mean, if Hello Kitty is not a cat, then who knows what Yoshi could be. That is freaking amazing. I love him. All right, so apparently it's not just the green Yoshi. There are some colorful Yoshis as well. But in order to see them, so we have to get this headband right here. And we have to find 5 of Yoshi's eggs. I could have picked a pink one, a green one, or this blue one. And apparently if we find all the eggs, we'll get a gold medallion on here. Whew. And then we can go to a special meet and greet line and see a blue Yoshi. I'm hoping. I mean, I probably should have waited for Allie for this one. Maybe I'll do this again another night, but look at that. I can see the pink egg right up there. I'm already one sticker in. All right, maybe I shouldn't show you where they are in case you want to come to FanFest, but I'll show you like this clue right under the pink egg right here. It said high above Princess Peach's reach, and that's the one that I found right above the Princess Peach meet and greet spot. See that egg right up there? So I gotta follow the clues on the headband. Like this one, hidden from light sight where 2 bros pose. Gotta find these bad boys. And if I can find them all, I'll meet you at the end. Or if I don't find them all, I'll see you in a second. All right, I did eventually find them all. It was actually harder than I thought in this tiny land. Speaking of which, dude, FanFest nights is worth it just to come into Super Nintendo World with absolutely no crowd. I mean, the ride is closed, but still, this is amazing. You can wander all over the place. Everything's just open. Dude, I mean, meet and greet times for the regular characters were so low. All right, I did find every single egg, and now apparently I have to go upstairs to get my gold medallion up yonder there in the ice. And then we'll see what happens next. The rumor is we'll get to see a colorful Yoshi, perhaps even this blue Yoshi, but if all I get is a completed headband, well, I'm cool with that. That'll be fine. Spoiler alert, this is the second time I've come up here. I just need that medallion.
Yoshi's has been very tired because before they came to us here at Super Nintendo World, they were on a long adventure, and Yoshi reached out to them and was like, hey, I'm doing this event. Do you want to come join me? They said, of course, but they are tired because they have another long adventure ahead of them tomorrow. So they needed to make sure they recharge their batteries to be up and at it for that next adventure. But just know, let's say you have coming to FanFest later down the line of these upcoming weeks, you can bring this back and be able to read them, okay? Does that mean, well, no, you're able to bring this back and then...
All right, so... I'm assuming you heard that. A little good news, bad news there. We did get the gold medallion. We did qualify to meet Yoshi. Unfortunately, we spent so much time in Hill Valley, Yoshi has gone to bed. I mean, it is after midnight. Luckily, Guillermo up there said that if I bring this headband back on a future FanFest night, it will qualify me to meet Yoshi next time. Assuming it must have just hit capacity or something like that. Well, at least I saw my good friend, the green Yoshi, who is, after all, my favorite, and I did complete the quest, so I can feel proud of myself. All right, check out some merch, dude. I'm still struggling. I mean, normally I'm Mr. 20,000 steps a day in theme parks. I'm still struggling walking around here on my Epic Universe Walt Disney World legs. Wow. See that little U-turn I just did? This because I always forget how to return to the park. I always forget to go this way. All right, I'm gonna save D&D for next time. I'm gonna save the anime stuff till next time. I think I'm gonna head upstairs to the upper lot though, check out some of this FanFest merch. Some of it was out in the park a couple weeks ago when I was here. I'm wondering if there's gonna be any more lurking around hidden corners, especially if there's any Star Trek merchandise. Only one way to find out. Like I just mentioned, it is midnight. I love this. Look at the crane out here working on the Fast and Furious roller coaster. I'm gonna go up and look at the merch, like I said, and I think I might split early, not because there's way more than enough to do here in the, 5 hours that this event lasts? Because like I said, if you missed it, I was just at Universal's brand new theme park in Orlando. I was just at Epic Universe for 2 amazing days, and then had a couple of crazy adventures at Walt Disney World, so I am beat. I don't know, we'll see. The temptation of Hill Valley might be too much for me. By the way, the Super Nintendo World ride might be closed, but several other rides have been open. Jurassic World, I think the Mummy was open, The Simpsons, and no lines. All right, I'm walking past the One Piece characters? Question mark? Dude, Hill Valley basically made me forget all about the Enterprise. Oh, they got a couple of other little shows and experiences up here. Some more of those characters. Whoa, whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
whoa, that's a crazy looking dial.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming someone knows what it means. But I gotta stay on mission. I gotta do what Jean-Luc Picard would do, is stay on mission. Try and hunt down some of this merchandise over here. Okay, I see a pirate ship over yonder. Not exactly sure what that is. Oh yeah, it's the One Piece thing. I see some regular Back to the Future merchandise. Oh, I see some Toothless. I miss Toothless. I gotta find some FanFest specific stuff. Oh my goodness, would you look at the size of that minion? He's gotta stay on mission. Ooh, I forgot about Quarks over here, dude. That is so sick. Freaking Quarks Cafe. Wait. FanFest nights in the window. The Universal Studios store. I might have found it. Oh, holy Ferengi. Would you look at this? None of this was here the other day. Oh my gosh, it's Jean-Luc Picard's uniform. Holy cow. Are these screen-used costumes? Amazing. Apparently, according to the sign anyway, that is the screen-used uniform for the flashback scenes in Picard. The rumor is the bridge we walked on was also from Picard, or at least supposedly pieces of it. I believe it and I don't believe it, because it's so small in there. You're like, was the bridge really that small? Oh, look at that. Starfleet Academy hoodie. They got all kinds of uniforms and Trek shirts over here. Oh, Walter Koenig wouldn't like that. Oh, dude, this is so freaking cool. Are those tribbles? Are there freaking tribbles in here? I'm gonna find some comm badges. Where's the comm badges at? Got the Chateau Picard water bottle. They got the little uniform pips for your collar. Oh no, they got some Battlestar Galactica stuff hiding right behind the Star Trek stuff. Okay, maybe not as much merch as I was hoping for, but still any Star Trek merch is like, yes. How freaking sick is that? I thought this was a VHS tape for a second. It's a keychain and pin set. That is awesome. Might have to check that out. Oh, it's all Wrath of Khan themed stuff. That's cool. I love me some Wrath of Khan. I still got to get me some of this Studio Tour 60th anniversary merchandise they have left over from the big celebration. Look at this. They got some Back to the Future Spirit jerseys. I'm not sure what's here specifically for FanFest nights. I believe this is right here. They got the Marty's vest over here, right? His life preserver. And then on the back, supposedly, ooh. So I'm not sure what's here just for this and what's here in general, but I do like this. Look at this. Back to the Future 40th anniversary pin. I'm gonna have to grab this. Got some sick 1980s Back to the Future shirts. Back to the Future socks. Got some FanFest nights t-shirts up there. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, they've got the little die-cast, what are they, Nano Hollywood rides, DeLoreans. Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. I noticed on Epic Universe, there's a lot of signs now in terms of merchandise. A lot of signs, which is pretty cool. Oh, I like the 40-year license plate, some t-shirts. I love Back to the Future merch. And I'd love to get Marty's denim jacket. I'd love to get whatever that is. I'd love to get all of it. Unfortunately, I am on a little bit of a budget after Epic Universe. So as much as I'd love a flux capacitor pillow or a keychain or a fridge magnet or a spoon, are those collectible spoons down there? I think I'm going to content myself with the pin. Sick merch out here. And I will have more opportunities to grab some, you know, if my fortunes improve in the next couple of days. You never know. You never know. I'm one of those people that's always like feast or famine. Either everything's going great, so yeah, sure, we'll get a pin, we'll get whatever. Or everything's the worst thing in the world, like, oh, I'm behind on my taxes and my rent, oh, Lord. Then the next day, oh, everything's great again. You just never know. I wish there was some ET stuff at FanFest nights. Maybe in the future, man. Maybe if this is a success, man, you can hear I can't even talk anymore. Maybe if this is a success and they keep it going, we'll get some more E.T. in our lives. Maybe even some more King Kong. Dude, how sick is that retro merch? I might need that bumper sticker, not gonna lie. Wait a minute, I have time. I've got a pass. I got all the time I need. I got a time machine. We're good, we're good. Ooh, I got distracted by monster merch. I need all these Bendums. I need them. All right, I secured my Back to the Future pin, and as much as I want to run around and do more Hill Valley, and I want to go back on the Enterprise, I think I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I was genuinely ill for several days after I got back, just like laying down. Oh, I've never gone down from pure exhaustion before. I mean, there was some heat exhaustion as well, but that was a real first for me. Oh, look at this. It's the Wicked Witch. Oh, literally, the Wicked Witch. Weird. Ooh, actually, I just checked my phone. It is 12:30, so I've been here 5 hours. I walked in a little bit late, missed the opening ceremony and the red carpet. Stupid accident on the freeway. Apparently, Will Wheaton was here and Geordie LaForge, LeVar Burton himself on the red carpet. I missed Bob Gale. I missed all that early stuff, but that's okay. I will be back for some more FanFest activities. At the moment, though, I think I'm done. Like I said, I just did 2 1-hour and 20-minute episodes on Epic Universe. That's Universal's newest and greatest theme park. Probably the greatest theme park I've ever seen in my life. Like the modern technology, it was amazing. So that's a total of nearly 2 hours and 40 minutes of Epic Universe footage on this channel if you want to go check that out. There's a little Disney World on there. Right before that, there was also a little Universal Studios Hollywood action without FanFest going on. Do me a favor, go check that stuff out. Maybe subscribe, check out the links down below, and you'll have done your duty the way I know that now that I'm back at the Globe, I've done mine. We've done it, my friends. We've done our duty. All that's left is to go home and sleep well. See you next time. So loud. Yes! It worked! What the heck? Rent or buy on Fandango at home. That was weird. Was not expecting the Fandango ad. Nah. Where you been all day, dude? I didn't even see you in Florida. You were hiding from me the whole time. Mitch P from YouTube. The famous Mig V from youtube.com/URL website.com.
But this is not the end for Universal FanFest nights. It's just getting started and the celebration is not over. And while I have the time, since we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, I thought I'd share some cool behind-the-scenes facts that you might not know about the movie that I came to learn to that are now some of my favorites. Like the fact that Doc Brown's dog, Einstein, maybe you met him tonight, he was originally written to be a chimpanzee named Shimp. And the time machine was supposed to be a refrigerator. And the movie almost even had a different title. Studio executive Sid Sheinberg, suggested the film be called Spaceman from Pluto.